there's been a lot of drama going on. There was a tournament of $40,000, and when it comes to tournaments, bro, especially with a prize like that, we all know you gotta lock the fuck in, right? I was on X for a little bit, and I saw how a lot of people were saying that Kingsman, if that's his name, he was really like taking this shit seriously, bro, like really taking it seriously, and I don't blame him. We're watching Moist Critical, you know, he gonna give us the rundown what's going on, give us some details of what went down and why a lot of people is talking about it. So let's get into this.
I haven't heard of video game drama this big since the whole Dream Minecraft speedrunning saga. What's happening with the Marvel Rivals $40,000 tournament situation is pretty bizarre. In a nutshell, there was a Marvel Rivals tournament with a $40,000 prize purse. There was a player by the name of Kingsman who really wanted to take this seriously, making a mention that this money would be very helpful to him as a college student. And the rest of the team didn't seem to take it all that seriously, and eventually, when Kingsman was trying to, make changes to the team comp so they could better stand a chance at winning, they all attacked him, and eventually it led to him getting kicked from the tournament. His team then went on to place second to last in the tournament.
He dies. Okay, guys. Haste and point proven right now. Do you understand?
No, it's well, you've been making me play shit. Of course I'm gonna play.
How do you not see the problem right now?
Wait, first of all, it's that ass Kingsman, like, shut the fuck up.
Okay, bro.
Damn.
You're doing too much.
Lucy's not even on Invis. Second of all, you're getting value because
No. She shouldn't be dead.
Yes.
I'm getting value because I'm 1v6ing.
Hulk isn't peeling for you, bro. Yes, Zaza is 0-5, but we won the point, bro. Why? Because they were hard. Like, 4 people are dying here. That means 4 of their util, 4 of their resources are all spent on Zaza.
I saw this a couple days ago and I was so confused why anyone would be joining a tournament if they didn't actually care about winning at all. So he is very clearly trying his best to help the team win. And they were...
Dude, I'm not the type of person to really take the game seriously, bro. Trust me, I love playing games, especially with my homies. And whenever it's just me and my homies, bro, we're gonna just have fun, play a little games. If it gets like, a little crazy, then we'll take it a little seriously. But when it comes to tournaments and it involves with money, I'm gonna lock the fuck in. Bro, I promise you, I hate when people take the game seriously, but I can excuse it when it comes to like having it to be about money. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a lot of money. 40 bands, bro. I don't understand why they're not taking as serious as he is. 40 grand is a lot of money and is mind blowing to me. And them trying to villainize him for no reason when he's only trying to help them, it's crazy to me.
We're talking about like how toxic and annoying and insufferable he was, things like that, which eventually led to him getting kicked and being like disrespectful, that kind of thing. From all the clips I've seen, he never made any like personal attacks against anyone. He was never even like overbearing or like yelling and screaming. The closest he came was in this clip here where he's like, do you understand, like, case in point, we should make a switch, this isn't working, our widow is 0-5-0, which is a very fair point and a good suggestion because it clearly wasn't working. They may have won the point, but I think it's a large part because Kingsman put the team on his fucking back here, like 18-2. He was kind of going Insano style. I don't know why this became such a huge issue for his teammates, where they hated him so much for trying to win that they started insulting him after the fact. And that's where most of the drama stems from. Them refusing to switch is one thing that feels like it's kind of trolling and just intentionally throwing the tournament for the sake of vibes, which is weird because, again, just go play quick play or something. Why even bother going into a tournament if the goal isn't to try and win it?
Right.
He made it clear he wanted to sweat because this would be very important money for him in his situation with college.
Yes.
Now, I also heard that when the tournament was put together, there wasn't an announcement about how much money was on the line. So I think maybe there was some confusion from the team where they wanted to just play for fun and sillies and goofies. And then once $40,000 was announced, they still had that mindset. Meanwhile, Kingsman really wanted piece of that pie because it would be helpful to him. It'd be like $3,000, which is a significant amount of money, especially for someone in college where this could be very useful.
Anybody could really take this opportunity if you're really good at something, right? If there was a tournament and you're really good at what you do, someone announced there's going to be a tournament that's going to win you a lot of money, you're going to take that opportunity because this possibly help you in whatever financial situation you're in. So I don't blame Kinger for feeling the way he feels, and plus he wasn't trying to bully nobody or wasn't, you know, belittling nobody. He was trying to just help his team. He wants this more than anybody else. Crazy because I see at Twitter one of the players said that, oh, they were just here for the vibes. I'm like, bro, what? You're just here for the why are you even in the tournament? Just go play something else. Like, you know what I'm saying? Go play casual or something. This is a tournament where people can actually win money, and that money can actually, you know, change their lives.
So that clashed where he really wanted to win. His team, who they didn't give too much of a fuck. They didn't think it was that big of a deal. So he, throughout like their time playing together, would be making like suggestions and saying like, hey, you know, there's going to be this in the tournament, there's going to be that, maybe we should look at this, maybe we should look at that. And I think they were just getting so annoyed that he was wanting to win so badly that they started to really resent him for it. It eventually led to like the bubbling over point where he got reported to the tournament organizer. They said a whole bunch of nasty stuff about him, and then it snowballed into what it is today. Mainly because the team captain was so vocal about her disdain for this guy. She said things like, I'm pretty sure he spent all 20 years of his life inside playing video games, which is why he lacks social skills. You are also spending your time...
Crazy to say, because aren't you not doing the same thing? You literally stream and play games all fucking day. How does that make you better than him, bro? You just sound like dumb as fuck.
I'm inside playing video games. You're a streamer. Why are you using that as an insult against him? I didn't really detect a lack of social skills throughout any of the footage I saw of them playing together. I guess you could make an argument that, you know, maybe his attitude could grind your gears because he was offering like a lot of advice on potential team comps, and he did multiple times mention like, hey, the Black Widow's probably not going to work here. We've got to be mindful of like dive comps, that kind of thing. Would you be willing to try like Bucky perhaps? And they would always kind of like roll their eyes at him and be like, shut the fuck up. Like, there's a clip I saw where one of them was like, you've got to just drop this. That's enough. Stop making suggestions.
Look, if someone's telling you, especially if that person is very high ranked in the game, tells you, and without having to be disrespectful, say, hey, character isn't really working, so you think you could try switching to a different character? We're getting our fucking ass fucking swept. That isn't a hard suggestion, you know what I'm saying? And anybody will hear that with a fucking, you know, a brain and common sense will hear that and say, oh, okay, that's, you know, I have no issues in changing that. Then there would be a problem, right? But they're very stubborn. I guess their pride got in the way and stuff like that. I don't know.
Questions basically about, you know, switching, it's not happening. Look, which I think is a pretty hostile response to that, because this is coming from a place of him just trying to help the team win. I don't think he was being like necessarily overbearing with it or anything like that. He certainly wasn't really being aggressive about it. Like, he never got personal. He was never like insulting his teammates. He was never doing anything like that from what I could tell. So I truly didn't see like a lack of social skills. I just saw someone who really wanted to win because there was a significant amount of money on the line. And if you're in a tournament, why would you not be trying to win? Team captain even made this statement saying, I don't want to win with someone who can't take no for an answer, which is a certified stinky comment for sure. That's a big time PU moment right there for the Jumbotron. I don't know where that's even coming from.
I don't know what she's referring to. What do you mean by no? Does anybody know? Because I'm lost. Again, I haven't like fully get the whole, like, I haven't seen like the streamers or anything. I just saw whatever was going on like X or Twitter, where the fuck, right? So her referring to like just now, him not refusing whatever she's referring to. It's probably something out of context or something, but I don't know. Just let me know.
His suggestions weren't heeded. Okay, he didn't start like, you know, stomping his feet and yelling and screaming and pissing and shitting about it either. He's just like, okay, all right, we'll do it. we'll run it, fuck it, we'll do it live. And when it didn't work, he did eventually say, like, look, told you so, can we please make this switch? And then still got attacked for it. I didn't see any examples of him not taking no for an answer. Like, yes, he did make a suggestion multiple times, like, would you be willing to try this? Would you be willing to maybe switch here? What about this? But that isn't not taking no for an answer. That is coming from someone who wants to win a fucking $40,000 tournament.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because I don't remember seeing anything, you know, anything close to whatever she's talking about, because all he was just saying that, yo, we should switch up the way we play. If not, we're gonna fucking lose and not win that 40K.
He then continued to insult Kingsman and I guess anyone that was supporting him in her Discord, saying, yo, Kingsman cocksuckers, screenshot this. Y'all think I ain't seen the toxicity in the Kingsman Discord with not spreading hate from the mods and Kingsman community? Fire emoji. This one will really get your eyebrow in the air. So she's calling out the people that were supporting Kingsman, saying they're cocksuckers and how toxic they are. Meanwhile, she has been the most openly toxic, like vocally expressing her disdain for this guy and now like his community. And let's not get it twisted. I think it's pretty obvious. Most people have probably seen a lot of like really dog shit takes from people that are using this as just like a giant insult against all women who play video games. That is absolutely happening, and that shit sucks. Those are some fucking losers you can make fun of. Absolutely.
Yeah, I hate the fact that when there's someone who's in the wrong and we're trying to criticize him for the wrongdoing or what she did was wrong, you have other people in the community will be sexist about it and make it about gender. And I'm like, bro, we're not even talking about that. And this has nothing to do with her being a female streamer or anything. And she took it the wrong way. So that's what we're trying to point at. Not because she's a woman, not because a female streamer, and nothing like that. So it has nothing to do with that. It's just mostly about what happened and what she did wrong.
But she, from what I can tell when this message was sent, was talking about like anyone that was expressing support for Kingsman. And I'm sure there probably were some like absolute greaseballs that went through and said some terrible things, sure. But to extend that to like anyone that was supporting Kingsman, calling them cocksuckers, I think is just kind of crazy. Especially considering she has by far been the most mean and nasty about this. Kingsman, from what I saw from the clips that were during this time, he tried to like actively say like, hey, don't go harass anyone and don't be mean. You know, it is what it is at the end of the day. Like, he was clearly upset about it, but I felt like he was doing, or at least making an effort to try and stop people from going and doing shit like that. She, on the other hand, was just openly attacking him.
Everyone thinks this guy's a
exploder like a bug. That's just what happens.
That's such a good point. You're so right about that, and we're still gonna play Widow.
I need this for my college. I need this for my college. I have about 6 or 7 more years.
This is a clip I keep seeing spread around. That first clip is when he is explaining like why the.
That's so fucking stupid. You made that fucking joke even terrible as it is already.
The Widow's not going to work, and they're like, oh, great point. Go fuck yourself. We're still playing Widow. That's all we're going to do. We're here just for good vibes, good time, and I don't care if this money means something to you because it doesn't to us. That second clip, that is not Cece. That is someone else named Lucy, whom has deleted this VOD, so I can't even find the full context here, but from the sound of things, she is insulting Kingsman because of him expressing the want of the $3,000 because it would be very helpful to him as a college student. So then she's like making fun of him, taking the piss, even threw in an absolutely revolting 6'7" meme reference that'll make your skin crawl about it. It's just very mean-spirited. There's also another clip of her talking about it, saying, like, even if you support Kingsman, like it's fucking Israel or something. I don't even know what she was trying to say with that one. I guess since I referenced it, I'll show you that clip too.
I have a genuine question. Like, seriously, answer this. Even if you support Kingsman, whatever, support Kingsman like it's fucking Israel. Anyways.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Nah, actually, what the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Whatever you have in your head. I have a genuine question. I
think everyone has a genuine question after seeing that segment there. I don't know why she would be saying something like that with this. Again, the whole VOD, from what I can tell, is no longer accessible, so I don't even know what the question she was about to ask is. But yeah, it's definitely not a good look. And she is very openly like making fun of Kingsman from what I can see in the clips that still exist of it. But this is not CC. This was not someone that played on Kingsman's team. I don't believe. All of this is only the tip of the iceberg, by the way. It gets so much deeper. There was a Google Doc that was put out there from the widow's boyfriend. The tournament organizer initially like doubled down saying, nope, I maintain my position here. He deserved to be kicked from this tournament. He violated all of our rules. And then today he came forward very somber, like, look, I know everyone's mad at me and they're right to be mad at me. I was wrong about everything. I looked at this misleading evidence. It was only from one side and it was incorrect. I acted too hastily. So now he's like singing a very different tune about how, you know, he's had this come to Jesus moment after seeing the other side of the story with Kingsman. It's very clear that he was manipulated by incorrect information. He shouldn't have kicked him from the tournament.
When they come in here,
That's crazy.
the people, when they come in here, when they hate, they're justified in what they're saying. They're
What the fuck? It's crazy because imagine you're getting picked off and without having to hear your side of the story, they just said, yeah, you're getting kicked off, man. You're getting kicked off, man. Bro just kind of just believed him just like that without having to hear his side of the story or even questioning why is he, you know, the way he's acting. So now he knows that he fucked up and he's up here apologizing and now he understands the whole situation.
absolutely right. You're absolutely right. 100%. No question about it. Like, there's no beating around the bush. I don't know why it's like difficult to admit when you're wrong and when you fucked up. I made a decision based off of haste and based off of misinformation, but everybody in the team knew what was going on. Everybody in this team knew what was going on, and the fact that nobody told me it was... That's whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Also, Kaplunk, whom was the boyfriend in this story.
It does matter because when people are giving out false assumptions about you, saying that you're, oh, this guy's toxic, he was saying this and that, wondering and just thinking to yourself, oh, okay, I understand where you're coming from, but let me talk to this guy and see why is he acting the way he's acting, so we can get both sided stories and to see who's telling the truth, because he's not getting the full story. He's getting half of it. He just kind of ran with it and he just get kicked off, and that's crazy, bro.
Out with an apology, saying that he went about it the wrong way and overstepped. Zaza, the widow, told him to leave it alone, but he couldn't control his impulses. The demon had to be let out of the cage. Thus, he went in and started sending clips to the tournament organizer to kick him, the Google Doc, all that kind of stuff. And then finally, CC, the team captain, the one who was by far the most openly hostile to Kingsman and anyone that was showing any level of support for him, came forward with an apology as well, saying, I'm sorry, I was going off the video and forgot to explicitly call this out. Earlier today, I woke up with 1,000 noties from the day before, and people had joined my server from Kingsman, having a panic attack, and I just started experiencing them. So in my freak out, I said Kingsman lacks social skills because he spends his time playing video games inside.
Oh my god, bro. It's always about panic attacks, dude. People will just love to use that to justify what they did without and not having to deal with the accountability. If it was actually a panic attack, why did you even say it in the first place? Why even say anything?
I was angry and ended up lashing out at him lashing out at him instead of his community. I deeply regret it. I apologize for flinging another insult out. It shows I have terrible character, but I will be working on watching the words I say and getting help with my panic attacks. A community note even got hot dropped on here straight off the battle bus saying, even after the initial situation calmed down, CC continued to bully Kingsman and speak ill of him across social media. CC has a history of attacking other players and talking trash.
Bruh, and she said it's a panic attack, right? Nah, bro. She just likes to use that excuse so she can continue on bullying other people. It's fucking disgusting.
So that apology didn't really go as smoothly as I think she was hoping it would. And interestingly enough, from what I can find, Kingsman throughout this entire thing has tried to urge people not to harass anyone that's been involved in it. You know, Zaza, her boyfriend, Cece, anyone. He's been trying to like actively calm things down to the best of his ability, but this clearly blew up well beyond anyone's wildest expectations. And Kingsman actually was able to make over $3,000, which would have been his cut of the prize money should they have won the tournament, through subs and donations the last time he streamed, which I believe was last night. So a bit of a happy ending for Kingsman. Not exactly the smoothest sailing for his teammates that were bullying him, attacking him, and insulting him. That hasn't worked out super well so far. Anyway, that's really about it. So, yep.
All this could have been avoided if they could have just listened to King. He was literally helping out the team, making sure that they don't fucking lose the game because 40 grand is on the line right now. But instead of doing that, they will just dog shit him for no fucking reason, bro. I don't understand why they don't want to win 40k. Like, do you not want 40k? Do you not want to win 40k? Do you not like money? But anyways, I want to know what you guys think about the situation. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel because we're trying to build a community over here. So please. And also, I will be streaming on Twitch. If you guys want me to watch me on Twitch, leave it in the description below. Please follow me there as well. I'll be streaming more over there. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao.